So this was the week of my final performance, and I got most of the stuff done that I could do from home or pre the day last Tuesday, so or rather last week. So this week it was just a question of waiting until Tuesday and then making sure that on the day everything was sorted. We had a small on the day rehearsal at lunchtime with all the cast, which was good because we hadn't had them all for ages. That went really well because we managed to get some of the scenes done with some of the songs in that we hadn't really done a huge amount of or as much of yet. So for example, Aaron, we did a lot of scenes such as the Rumour Has It scene, which really helped us to see where Aaron might need help with. And then I gave Nerese the choice of what scene out of her song she wanted to do, which kind of showed that I was willing to be adaptable because it was more important that they did scenes really that they wanted to do rather than me just sort of imposing scenes on them. And that went really well. And then I told them to get back down to the hub for about 5 o'clock so that we could start to set up. So then I went out for a bit to get some food, and then I came back at about 4:30, and then Dan helped me set up the chairs. We decided on having about 4 chairs per row, and then with a little gap in the middle so that the camera could go there. Because we didn't quite know how to do it at first, but we found that was the best way of doing it. And then Dan brought down his mixing desk, and then we brought down 5 of the microphones and we set all of them up. And then I put down all of the post-audience survey feedback and pens for afterwards, but then we found that for some reason my camera crew didn't turn up, so Dan had to get the Apple Mac laptop from upstairs because he'd phoned the teacher in media and he was the only one with keys to the cameras, but he had gone home. But then apart from those things, I was really happy with the way that the final show actually went. They all did superb, all of the actors were great, and the audience seemed to laugh at the funny bits and seemed quite moved at the scene of Adam's death, which was really nice to see and feel. And the night ran fairly smoothly, and then it was just the question of, Ali told me afterwards, a few days later, to do the to do kind of post research involving theatre writers and theatre people who'd been put as directors in shows who've had great influence in theatre, because it would be good for me to sort of evaluate what kind of techniques I could use in the future to push the actors' performances to a level that had even more depth to it. And my evaluation and objectives for this week in terms of the 10-week plan were to get the final performance done and run fairly smoothly, which was done. And my general aims and objectives for next week are to get done all of the other post-show research, such as the theatre directors, and also to gather all of the feedback, both from people that were there at the show and people who can see it on film, so that I can evaluate what my audience felt would be better for the next time I did it.